So section 3.2, let's work on the first one. So the matrix A equal 1, 2, 3, 4. And the matrix B equal -1, 0, 1, 1. Then they ask you find the value of x or solve equations for x. It's x minus 2a plus 5b equals 0. The first thing before I plug in the matrices, I'm going to keep the x by itself, move everything to the other side. That means x is going to be equal 2a minus 5b. So x is going to be equal 2 times the matrix A, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 5 times the matrix B, which is -1, 0, 1, 1. So this one is going to be 2 times 1 is going to be 2, 2 times 2 is going to be 4, 2 times 3 is going to be 6, 2 times 4 is going to be 8. This is minus 5 times -1 is going to be -5. 5 times 0 is going to be 0. Multiplying just the number, I keep it the minus sign here. 5 times 1 is going to be 5. 5 times 1 is going to be 5. Or you want to multiply the sign, you have to change this one to positive. Like -5 times -1 is going to be 5. This is 0. Now this one is going to be -5, and this one is going to be -5. Then you're going to add. That means the result is going to be 2 plus 5, 7, 4, 6 minus 5 is going to be 1, 8 minus 5 is going to be 3. That's it. The same thing we're going to do with the example 2. Solve for x. So example 2, they give you the matrix A equal 1, 2, 3, 4, and B equal -1, 0, 1, 0. We need to find the value of x. Solve for x, which is 2, they say A plus 2B equal 3x. I'm going to say x equal, divide both sides by 3. So x is going to be equal 2 over 3. And here is A plus 2B. And I'm going to find this part, and the result I'm going to multiply 2 over 3 by the result from these two matrices. So x is going to be equal 2 over 3. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2, and here's B, which is -1, 0, 1, 0. So x is going to be equal 2 over 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 times -1 is going to be -2, and here is 0. This is 2, and here is 0. Now add these two matrices together. That means x is going to be equal 2 over 3, going to be -1, 2, 5, and 4. That means x is going to be equal -2 over 3, and it's going to be 4 over 3, and this one is going to be 10 over 3, and this one is going to be 8 over 3. That's it. Example 3, they ask you write B as a linear combination of the other matrix. So here's the matrix B. We need to write down B as a linear combination from A1, A2, A3. That's mean we need to find the scalars. C1, C2, C3. Let's check that. I'm going to work on this example. The matrix A1 is 1, 0, 0, 1. And A2 is 0, -1, 1, 0. And A3 is 1, 1, 0, 1. We need to write down B as a matrix. So matrix B equals C1, A1 plus C2, A2 plus C3, A3. Now, the matrix B is 3, 2, -3, and 3. Equal. C1, the matrix A1 is 1, 0, 0, 1, plus C2, the matrix A2 is 0, -1, 1, 0, plus C3, the matrix A3 is 1, 1, 0. Now let's write down the system for these matrices. So it's going to be 3 equal C1, C2 is 0, C3 is 1. So C1 plus C3. 2 equal C1 is 0, C2 is negative C2, and plus C3. Okay. Now, the third element here, -3 equal C1 is 0, C2, C3 is 0. The fourth element, 3, is going to be equal C1, C2 is 0, C3 is 1. So plus C3. So here's the system. Now we need to solve this one to find C1, C2, and C3. If you check it from here, we already have the value of C2 equal -3. So if you plug in this one here, you're gonna find C3. Then you're gonna plug in C3 here to find C1. So from this one, 2 equal negative, C2 is -3 plus C3. That's mean 2 equal 3 plus C3. Move the 3 to the other side, so that's mean -1 equal C3. So here's the value of C3. And I have the value of C2. I can plug in 1. You can use this one. You can use this one. Plug in this one where here. So 3 equal C1 plus C3, which is -1. That means 3 equal C1 minus 1. So C1 is going to be equal 4. So here's the value of C1. Here is the value of C2. Here's the value of C3. That means the matrix B, which is 3, 2, -3, and 3, equal C1 is 4 times A1, 1, 0, 0, 1, plus C2, which is -3. So I'm going to say -3 times A2, 0, -1, 1, 0, plus C3, which is -1. So -1 times A3, 1, 1, 0, 1. So let's check that 4 times 1, 4, minus 0, minus 1. That means 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. Okay? 2, let's check that. 4 times 0 is 0. Negative 3 times negative 1 is going to be 3. 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. That means this side is going to be equal to this side. Negative 3, which is 4 times 0, 0. Negative 3 times 1, negative 3. This is 0, so it's going to be negative 3. 4 times 1, 4. Negative 3 times 1, this is 4. Negative 3 times 0 is going to be 0. Negative 1 times 1 is going to be negative 1. 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. That's mean these two sides equal, because B is a linear combination from A1, A2, A3. How? By finding C1, C2, and C3. This is really important. You have to learn how to find C1, C2, C3, because next class we're going to do the span, which depends about this calculation here.